UAS Extrasolar Vessel Euradice. AI Designate Toby. Broadcasting. Recording. 2202 05 24 0824 55. Transmitting to United Americas Extrasolar Control, Houston Station. Voyage Incident Report 001, Incident Code 014-003-0010A. Voyage Incident Report 002, Incident Code 039-019-0078A.
UAS Euradice Incident Reports received. Guidance. Activate command crew.
Good morning, Captain Lee. How are you feeling? It looks like you're suffering from hypersleep sickness. Would you like some assistance? Hypersleep sickness is very common in less experienced flight officers and is best counteracted by hydration and...
Toby, report. Why is the rest of the crew still in their tubes?
You have been activated due to 2 incident reports. Only the captain and executive officer have clearance for...
Incident reports? Toby, are we still in transit?
We're approximately 20 days from our expected arrival on the moon Euradice.
What? Wake up, Executive Officer Winter. I want... Toby? What the hell was that?
You were awakened due to an incident code 014-003-0010A. A passenger's hypersleep chamber and oxygen line have been damaged and require service.
Is that what made that sound?
I'm sorry, no sound was recorded. Could you be more specific?
Never mind. Toby, you said there were 2 incident reports. What was the other?
Incident code 039-019-0078A indicates an unknown contaminant on board.
In 2122, the multinational corporation Weyland-Yutani diverted their commercial towing vehicle, the Nostromo, to LV-426, a moon orbiting the planet Kalpaman. Weyland-Yutani, purporting to answer a possible distress call, secretly wished to secure specimens of a dangerous alien species known as xenomorphs, for study and profit. Tragedy struck the crew of the Nostromo. In 2179, a colony known as Hadley's Hope, built on LV-426, was overrun by xenomorphs. An attempt to rescue the colony was also met with tragedy. In 2200, the research station Epsilon was overrun by anti-Weyland-Yutani crew who inadvertently set free an incubating xenomorph known as Alpha. There were only 2 survivors. The year is now 2202. The United Americas have annexed and colonized parts of space to terraform and inhabit. It has been a peaceful 2 years since the last reported xenomorph incident.
Beautiful shot, Jane. It surely was. I still have my moments. You've been quiet today. Oh, well, it's a big day, Ambrose. You know. You think the UA lawyers will get here in time for the engine shutdown? They've only got about 8 hours left, so I'm not holding my breath, no. They'll come, though. Maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow. But they'll come. We'll sign our papers, and this place will be ours. Leave it to our Jane to have faith. Yeah. Leave it to me. There he is. Poor beautiful boy. Shh. 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 It ain't your fault, beautiful boy. You didn't do nothing wrong. I won't forget you. You know that. All the flock will know what you gave for us, and we won't waste a thing. For the greatest sin of all, saith Mother, is waste. To waste the life lost, whether it be man, beast, or flower, but in the service of life. Death is no sin, but a blessing unto all the living. Simon's eyes are going to light up like a birthday cake when he sees this buck. You ought to take that boy hunting sometime. Everyone treats him like a half-wit and thinks he don't notice, but he does. Why don't you take him yourself? He'd love some time with you. Maybe. After the shutdown, I want you to take him to Beta Station so he can finally... Jane? You told me it was getting better. Hush, I'm fine. I just saw with my own eyes that you ain't. I said I'm fine. I don't want anyone worrying about me right now. Hear me? Euradice is about to become ours. Really ours. And that's all that matters. as the lost put their trust in things they themselves have made. You will know your brothers and sisters as they who trust in me. As the prideful build machines in their own image, you will know your brothers and sisters as they who keep man's image sacred. And when the idolaters at last bow before their graven images as their masters, know that the last days of Eden are upon you, that the dogs of perdition are at your door, and seek the blessed garden that the prophet Adeline foresaw in the days of old. 20 years ago, the government that always persecuted us, the United Americas, asked us to be the caretakers of their terraforming colony. In return, this place would be ours someday, they said. Our very own Garden of Adeline, as our scripture promises. Not a single one of us wanted to set foot on their rocket ships, or lay a hand on their machines. Did we? Not one of us trusted them. But Jane saw our mother's hand in it. We looked past our mistrust of our enemies, our mistrust of their machines, and their witch doctors, and we came here to Euradice. In those days, just an unforgiving rock with barren soil and poisonous air. But tonight, thanks to our years of toil, Euradice's air is clean. Her soil is fertile. We've awakened to the dream Jane dreamt for us 20 years ago. We will all reap the benefits of Jane's unwavering faith in Mother. Tonight, the machines we've run for the UA go silent, and all our persecuted brothers and sisters on Earth will finally have their Garden of Adeline. Can I get an amen? Amen. Gamma Terraforming Station. This is Alpha Terraforming Station. Is anybody reading us?
We're here, Alpha Station. Ready to rock and roll?
We're ready, Gregory. Beta Station. This is Alpha Station. Sophie, do you read us?
I'm here, Simon. Hands on the lever, ready to go.
Not the lever Simon wants her on, yeah, Simon? Gunner, shut it. That poor girl can hear you. Don't pay Gunner any mind, Simon. Once the engines go quiet, we'll finally get to meet Beta and Gamma folks in person. Sophie's gonna be real happy to finally lay eyes on you. Aw, Jane, there's nothing to me any girl'd wanna see. Simon, listen close and don't forget, 'cause it's the truth. You are the very best of us, alright? Atmospheric readouts are coming in over the relay. This is it.
Gamma Station reading oxygen levels at Donald James and Atticus Hubs, 21%. We are green. Beta Station, oxygen levels at Sylvia and Hannah Hubs, 21 and 22%. We're green too.
Oxygen levels at Lily, Lucille, and Matilda Hubs, all 21%. Green. We did it, Jane. Shut the engines down. Alpha Terraforming Station is officially shut down. Woohoo! We did it, y'all! We did it, Jane. Jane? Jane? What are you? Almost left. What? When I found out I had a degenerative disease, one they could treat back on Earth, I almost left. This moon, the faith, all of it. The spinners don't allow the kind of treatment that could fix me. I knew if I had left, it'd be forever, and I almost did anyway. But our contract with the United Americas has my name on it. Right at the top. If I backed out, even if the church carried on without me, the UA would have had a loophole to renege on our deal. You'd have lost this place, the sanctuary the spinners have been looking for their whole lives. So my choices were either stay here and die trapped inside my own body, betray every spinner who will ever live. What kind of choice is that? Tell me the truth, Ambrose. Do you ever regret any of this? Regret what? This life we chose. I didn't join the spinners because I was a believer. I was just angry. The planet was turning to shit. The extinction colonies, the AI taking control of everything. But are we any better off? Leo was a robotics engineer. He's a genius who could have done anything he wanted to. God, Tabby left her children behind. What's worth that? You could have had children. You could have had a family. Hell, we could have. Jane, you're talking like we're condemned out here. Like we're stuck in some prison. Euradice is freedom. It's all you ever. Don't, Ambrose. I made a choice and I'm at peace with it. The spinners have their sanctuary now. Hell, maybe it's even worth it. But I won't sit and wait to turn into a goddamn statue. Won't wait for more of my nerves to go dead. Till I can't move or breathe and this damn thing eats me from the inside out. When the papers are signed and this moon is ours, I'm gonna pour myself a drink, walk out into that green and never come back. That'll be just fine. Jane, a UA ship just hit the atmosphere. Jane, the scanners picked up the Heraclides. Their autopilot's locked onto us and they're almost here. Woohoo! This place is ours tonight! You don't get it. Something's wrong. They haven't made contact. They haven't answered our hails. And their heat shields aren't up. They're burning. They're burning! Holy mother above. Don't stand around gawking! Everybody get the pumps! As soon as it comes down, be ready to put the fire out. We're gonna need everybody. It's gonna hit the church. No, it's not. It's gonna hit the garden. Get those pumps moving. Those are your brothers and sisters inside. And save our garden. Come on, damn you. Can anyone hear me? What the hell? Hello? Is anyone alive get it out! Get it out! Please, help me. It's inside me. They're inside all of us. Please, don't let them. Oh, God, it hurts. Please, God, don't let it. Oh, God. Jane, what the hell are you doing here? I was so wrong, Ambrose. So wrong to doubt. I saw them. Saw what? The dogs of perdition. Beasts as black as sin. They knew the wastrels' hearts and fed on their pride. They're real, Ambrose. I swear to you, they're real. They didn't come for the wastrels and idolaters and evil men. They've come for us.
When this life is over, my days are done. I'll tarry not in the world of men. I'll return once more to Mother's wheel and be given life again. Mother's wheel, life eternal. Mother's loom, grace divine. Mother's wheel, spinning ever. Mother's hand, evermore in mine. Divine Mother, accept these souls back into your presence. Return their flesh, their souls, their light, and their love for you to the loom, that they might bless our lives with their presence once more. Amen. Amen. Jane, what's going to become of us now? What do you mean? The UA will send another ship, right? We have a contract with them. There'll be another ship. Are you serious? There were years worth of supplies on that ship. Do you know what this crash is going to cost them? You finally show us who you are, huh, Bowie? What's that supposed to mean? Dozens of UA spinners died in that crash, along with lawyers and that poor crew, and you're going on about supplies? You're damn right. What's going to stop the UA from reneging on our deal? They can take this place whenever the hell they want. This is all it took to shake your faith. Divine Mother led us here. You think she'd abandon us now? Enough! We can't be out here. Jane, come on, Jane. Not this again. We searched the wreckage after the fires went out. There was nothing on that ship but dead people. I know what I saw, and whatever was on that ship is in our garden now. We were all out there, Jane. Nobody saw nothing like what you said. You weren't in the ship. Ambrose was, and he didn't see nothing either. Jane, someone said you called them dogs of perdition, from the book of Stephen, like, is that really what you think you saw? I don't know, Simon. Whatever it was, it tore out of that woman's ribcage, and the walls of the ship were all mucked up like the inside of a wasp nest. I want everyone's doors locked tonight. Don't come out till daylight, and even then, armed in groups of 4 or more. Jane, if we don't bleed that wreck's fuel lines tonight, it's gonna poison the soil. You heard me, Gunner. Nobody outside till sunup, and even then, armed in a group. Jane, I'm sorry, but wouldn't it make a whole lot more sense that it was, you know, your sickness making you see things? Gunner, will you shut it? Well, don't it? What? Jane, can I have a word? In private? How the hell did they know I'm sick, Ambrose? How could they know? Unless you... They know because they're not idiots, Jane. You're in pain all the time. You can hardly take a step anymore without wincing or stumbling. They're worried about you, and they ought to be, because you're their leader. They're scared, and they don't need to be hearing about some monster in the garden. They need someone to tell them it's going to be all right, and what they're supposed to do next. Oh, is that what they need? What I need is a second who backs me up when I'm telling the truth. You know what I saw in that ship, Em. I don't know any such thing. What I know is that you're scared to death. I know that this disease is pulling you apart from the inside. I know that it ain't fair, and that it breaks my heart to see it. And I knew that by the time I got to you in that ship, you'd breathed in so much smoke you were barely conscious. Don't you dare, Ambrose. Don't you dare tell me I imagined it. I'm sorry, Jane. I know you believe what you saw was real. All I saw was a woman's corpse and a downed ship on fire. If you're still hell-bent on killing yourself, I'll do my best to tend to the flock when you're gone. But it's you they need, Jane, not me. Try to hold it together for a while yet. Goddamn ship ripped right through our cornfields. And the orchard. It's gonna take us years to make up this yield. I'm just glad none of our homes were lost. Or the church. Can you imagine if we lost Mother's church? There's another piece. We're gonna be finding chunks of this goddamn thing for the rest of our lives. That's a nice thought. Not the ship part. I just mean, living here the rest of our lives. We'll see. Let's get a closer look. Gunner, what's this stuff on the wall? Huh. Insulation, maybe. I bet we're seeing the inside of the hull. Don't it look like what Jane said she saw on the ship before the fire burnt it up? That old woman don't know her ass from sunrise. They're just insulated beams, warped out of their true by fire. I don't know, Gunner. This don't look man-made to me. What are you so worried about? Jane's half lame and half crazy. There's nothing here to be afraid of. I didn't bring you along for this anyhow. We got hours before anyone will miss us. Not tonight, Gunner. Tabby knows. She's been glaring knives at me all day. Tabby don't know nothing that I don't tell her. Only thing she needs to know is... When this life is over and my days are done, I'll tarry not in the world of men. I'll return once more to Mother's wheel and be given life again. Jane! Jane! Tabby? What's wrong? Gunner went out last night. He never came home. Don't worry, Tabby. We'll find him. Who? Tabitha, who else was with him? He told me he was going alone. But Becca's missing too. That little whore's been on every work detail with Gunner this past month. You told us, Jane, and we didn't listen. The dogs of perdition are on us. Come on, there ain't no dogs of perdition. Everybody's got a firearm or any other kind of weapon. Get it and meet me back here. We're going to find Becca. Becca! Becca! Ambrose, why the hell didn't you bring your shotgun? I didn't want the dadgum shotgun. We don't know how long we'll be out here. It's just one more thing to carry. So what? You're as strong as you ever were. We might need it. Jane, go back to the cabins. Let us handle this. I'm fine. Your face is bleeding. What? I'm not. Must have scratched it on a branch or something. Couldn't feel it though, could you? And your limp's as bad as I've seen. There is an animal out there. You're in no shape to protect yourself, let alone anybody else. Take Simon and head on back. It's not your place to tell me what to do any damn... Holy... Where did this come from? What the hell? Ambrose, we passed this way 2 days ago. Yeah. I might ought to brought that shotgun. What could tear up all this ground this fast? Becca! Honey, are you back here? Jane. Becca. Hang on, honey, we're gonna... Jane. Is Tabby here? Holy Lady Grace. Can you tell her... I'm real sorry about Gunner. I'm so sorry. I never meant to. Oh, God! Ah, run! God. Oh, God! Oh, God! Run! Get to the church! Come on, move! Keep away! Yeah!
shotgun. Come on, Ambrose. Come on, Ambrose. Where do you keep your damn shotgun? Where'd you put that goddamn shot? Just this once, I wish you would have listened to me. Ambrose? Don't bother struggling, Jane. You're not what you used to be. And like you said, I'm as strong as I ever was. I want you to know that everything you've done here was for Mother's glory, Jane. We're doing her will right now. Her will might not be what we'd like it to be, but it's not for us to question such things. I can't imagine what this must be like for you, after everything you left, everything you've done here, everything you sacrificed. Seeing your nightmares come true. Ambrose, what are you— I know it's insensitive of me to ask, Jane, but while you can still speak, I was hoping you might tell me something. Get off! No. I know you lie awake at night, terrified of the disease that's killing you. No! I'm sure you've imagined what it will be like when you've lost the ability to move, knowing that soon the thing that killed you will be all that's left of you. What will it be like to scream and scream and scream, knowing you're the only one who will hear it? What I want to know, Jane, is this. Is it like you imagined? I wonder if you can still hear me. I've thought so much about Spinner doctrine, Jane. I wish we could have discussed it more sincerely, from our true perspectives, not the ones we each wanted the other to see. I would have liked to tell you the secret to all this, that Mother is real after all. I've seen her, Jane. It's just like the book of Jude says, "For Mother's womb be all earth and the worlds beyond, and all who bear her light within her breast become themselves our mother. Their flesh and will unmade and made anew." It's true, Jane. You're all Mother now. You're all Mother. Jane? Holy shit, Jane. How did you— Are you okay? No. Now I'm okay. Jane, was that thing on your face? How did you get out of it? I don't know. It just let me go. Leo, Ambrose had something to do with this. If he put more of those eggs in other cabins, check the cabins. Save whoever you can. I'll catch up. What are you going to do? I used to build things like this, remember? I'm gonna go through his head and see what I can find. It's gonna be all right, Simon. Shh. It's gonna be all right. For out of the darkness came all of her angels, and by their swords, ablaze with Mother's righteous world, we're the martyrs redeemed. Ha! Run! Get to the church. Run! Please, somebody help us. Jane! Get out! Get to the church. Will it be any safer there? It can't be any worse than here. Come on! Jane! Jane, what's happening out there? Where's Ambrose? Ambrose, he's— Jane? Jacob told us that we're being punished. That the spaceship brought dogs of perdition to punish us. But that's not true, is it? God didn't do this, Madeline. The company did. We have to leave the garden, Jane. All of us. Right now. Go? Go where? Anywhere but here. The other terraforming stations, I guess. Says who? Where's Ambrose? Ambrose is a synth. He can hear us, and he's still able to speak. But I've made it so that he can't lie. And you need to hear what he has to say. Ambrose, tell them what's happening. What's happening? You succeeded. The Spinners gave the United Americas a successful terraforming operation and a neodymium mine that will drastically reduce their dependence on Weyland-Yutani. The company finds this,
Objectionable. When you agreed to run this operation for the UA, the company sent me to you as a spy. When it was clear that Euradice would be successful, a Weyland-Yutani agent planted a bioweapon on the UAS Heraclides.
A bioweapon?
An organism. An alien discovered by the company and bred as a weapon. With enough force, you might kill one full grown, perhaps even several. But in the end, they are, by their very nature, unstoppable. They're too strong, too vicious. They reproduce and grow too quickly. They're the most versatile living thing in existence, the perfect organism, the ultimate survivor. No matter what you do, all of you are going to die.
There's more to it. I think we may have a chance. Ambrose says more ships were sent to Beta and Gamma stations. We don't know if there's aliens on those ships or whether they've arrived. There's a chance they're still safe. They could have ships there we could still get out of. Get out? Leave the garden. The paradise we gave up everything for? It's not with our lives, Gertrude. Jane, you and Ambrose brought most of us into the spinners. You taught us that technology had led us astray, and you were right. Now you tell us that pile of wires is Ambrose, and expect us just to do what it says. This place is about putting faith in what's real, about recognizing the abomination that is artificial life. It pains me to say it, but maybe you've never belonged here with us after all. Please, Gertrude, if you've ever trusted me, even a little, trust me now and come with me. We'll pray for you, Jane, here in Mother's house. We're not going anywhere. In my soul, find a peace. I heard something outside. We shouldn't have stayed. We should run. We should have... We all have to run. Madeline, hush. Your faith's being tested. When we hear the dogs of perdition at the door, what do? We call on Mother. We call on Mother, honey, and no harm can come to us. Will you sing to Mother with me? In my soul, find a peace that shall never end. In my heart lives the courage of... Oh, God. I want to go with Jane. Hush, Madeline. Nothing can harm us in Mother's... In my soul. In my eyes, everlasting light. On my voice, hear my mother's gospel word. In my heart lives the courage of the right. Do it.
Your disease is spreading rapidly now, Jane. You're losing feeling in your face, in your extremities. It's all you can do to put one foot in front of the other. Even without the aliens, how long do you think you have? How do you expect to save these people? From the perfect organism.
They're coming. Shh. If they were still coming, we'd all be dead. I'm telling you, I can hear them back there. Hey, shh. Look. Tubers only live in caves. What are they doing out here in the woods? Has anyone ever tried eating one? I'm hungry enough to try any... Shh. We need to keep moving. Look around, see if there's any more of them. Lord knows we need food. I don't know how much farther I can go. Jane, if we don't get to Beta Station soon, you think maybe Ambrose could tell us how far it is to... Don't say that name again, Tabby. There is no Ambrose. That thing was just circuits and wires. I threw it away weeks ago. I'm gonna scout ahead a bit. See if you can find any more tubers. Maybe we can risk a fire to cook them. Your legs feeling okay? I can come along if... I'll be fine.
Not being entirely truthful with Tabby, Jane.
You're one to talk. How much further?
My mapping says you're practically right on top of it. You're declining fast now, Jane. That leg will be completely immobile soon.
Shut up.
You'll know what you'll find at the mine. Tubers can't survive long above ground. For them to stray this far into the woods...
I don't want to hear it.
Mother saw all this, Jane. Never doubt it. Until thy faith is tested, said Mother, none may know my divine embrace. And so did Mother lead her children to the mines of Jonah, the arduous path that alone leads to salvation.
Oh, God. Oh, God, Jane. This is our sanctuary? My God. Oh, Mother. Oh, God. It's just like Alpha Station. We can't stay here. There's nowhere left for us to go. Shh. Keep your voice down. Jane, we've got to find Sophie. She's here somewhere. Simon, if I hear that girl's name one more time, I don't know what. You've never even met this girl. No, Simon's right. Let's look around, see if there are any survivors. Survivors? In this? We were at Alpha Station, and we survived. But Simon, if we don't find anyone, I'm not putting our lives on the line for nothing. Understood? When this life is over, my days are done. I'll tarry not in the world of man. I'll return once more to Mother's wheel and be given life again. Tabby, knock that shit off, would you? Jane, do you know the Book of Randall? Chapter 13, verse 7? The coward in life is doomed to live out his secret fears forever in death. If you would know paradise, lay your fears at the feet of your kin, and fear will hold no power over you. So if we keep our fears secret, they come true in the afterlife. But if we tell them to someone, they don't? Tell us anything you want, Simon, but not because you think you're gonna die, all right? We're gonna make it out of here. Maybe we should confess. All I am is afraid anymore. Before all this, I don't even remember what I was afraid of. But now I keep seeing those things hunting us in the cornfields and Becca with her feet chewed off. I read a book once about this 21st century religion. I still think about it. A blind Chinese philosopher started it all on his own, ended up becoming the third most popular religion in Asia. After the founder died, it turned out the whole thing was a massive con. It was all to make the people more open to government policies. Their government made it up, funded it, everything. That asshole wasn't even blind. That's what I'm afraid of. That our church is just another con. What if, even when we thought we were giving the company and the government and the big tech the finger, we were actually just doing what they wanted us to do the whole time? This place is a grave, Simon. I'm so sorry. The only place left is the mine, and we can't... Oh, shit fire. We're saved! Battery's almost at full charge. Gamma station's not as far as it was to get here. We could make it in this. Everybody in, quick. If we... What? Simon, honey, just get in. We can... You know there's people in that mine. Sophie could be... We can't just... You know what I was afraid of, Simon? I was afraid we'd given up everything to build a miracle here. Just to have someone take it all away. And it all happened. And now I'm afraid of getting the last 4 in my flock killed and of being too broken and useless to stop it. Now I'm sorry as hell about Sophie, but get your ass in the goddamn truck. No. Hey! Simon, you give me that gun back, hear me? Simon, there's no way anybody's alive in there. If you do this, you'll die for nothing. I'm real sorry, but Sophie's in that mine somewhere. I'm real sorry. Goddamn kid took my revolver. We need that gun. If we follow him, we're dead too. I know that, damn it. But I can't leave without Simon. Shit. Sophie? Mother, please help me find Sophie. I'll do anything. I swear on my soul. I'll always be faithful. I'll do anything, Mother, anything. Please, Mother, guide me to... Lady Grace, please. Please don't let... Ambrose, Simon's in trouble. We're all in a hell of a lot of trouble, Ambrose, and we need your help. Can you hear me? Ambrose? You've been talking to Ambrose this whole time? Tabby, just don't right now, all right?
Hello, Jane. You're in the mine. I'll take it the organism successfully took hold here as well.
Yes, Ambrose, congratulations. You and your company friends have killed everyone here, too.
They're not all dead, Jane. They wish they were, I suspect.
Simon's in here somewhere looking for Sophie. Do you have schematics of the mine?
I have a detailed map of the mines and the underlying cave system. The real question, Jane, is if you'll trust me to lead you through.
I can't lose Simon, Ambrose.
Trust in Mother, Jane. We'll find him.
We're at the first fork. Which way?
Is there a dense, organic resin on the walls, almost like piping? Yes. Find the thickest veins of resin and follow them. They should lead you to the hive. If anyone's still alive, that's where they'll be. Mother, be kind. Don't do that. Don't pretend that you believe a word of our scripture, or that you were ever one of us. I have great respect for Spinner Doctrine. In fact, I believe we're all proving it true right now. All of us. Ambrose, we're seeing little burrows in the floor and walls, about 10 centimeters wide. They don't look like tuber burrows. Interesting. I don't have company files on anything like that. But the alien's beauty is in its versatility. And as you know, humans aren't the only life form on Euradice. It's very likely you're seeing something new. Oh, God. Oh, sweet mother, no. Lady Grace, I've never asked for anything for myself. Please, help me see through the fear and guide me to... Sophie? Sophie, is your name Sophie? Don't worry, I've got you. I'm gonna get you. Simon! Simon! Where are you? Gabe! I hear him. I hear him. I've got you. No, go on ahead. Find Simon. Come on, lady. On your feet. We're gonna be... Tabby! I'm afraid that my kids don't think about me anymore. Ambrose! Ambrose, help me! But they do still think about me, don't they, Jane? Don't they? Don't they? I'm sorry, Jane. I know this must be hard to watch. No salvation till we pass through the mines of Jonah, though, is there? It's all part of Mother's plan for us. I've seen it. And it's glorious.
What you all fail to realize, Jane, is this. The paradise we built on Earth was never meant for us. You really think your God made you in her image? Why? Because you made us that way? Spinner Doctrine says that anyone who takes Mother into their heart is transformed, that they become Mother herself. That's what's happening on Euradice, Jane. That's what's happening to all of us. What will inevitably become of all organic life in the universe. Is that why you're resisting, Jane? Because you're just realizing that this paradise you fought for was never for you? Is that the price of your faith? Your own benefit?
Oh my God. Tabby, we can't leave. Tabby's gone. Did you see what it was doing to her? I can't think about it. I don't want to think about that ever again. Simon, is this Sophie? I don't know. She hasn't said nothing yet. But it has to be, right? It must be her.
You're all resisting the will of God, Jane.
It's gotta be her.
Can there be any more futile act than that?
Jane, do you really think that girl's Simon's radio girlfriend? I don't know. But I know she'd be dead if Simon hadn't pulled her out of that mine. Tabby'd be alive if he hadn't.
Tabitha wasn't your fault, Jane. It's not your fault that the organism chose her and not you.
I didn't say it was my fault, Ambrose.
I know you well enough to know you feel responsible. It was Mother's plan, that's all.
Don't tell me again about the loving providence of Mother, Ambrose. Not after everything we've been through. If Mother exists, she's pushing me, taking my flock one by one, making me watch.
Don't fret, Jane. Your time will come. Same as all the rest of them.
Jane, I don't want to hear another word out of that goddamn thing. Turn off its voice box or I'll pitch it out the window. We're gonna make it through this, you hear me? We're all gonna make it through. Look! We made it! We made it to Gamma Station! Gregory's a good friend, and a good shepherd to his flock. If he's still here, you four will be okay. Maybe our Garden of Adeline could still... Get out of here, Jane. No. You go. Jane, come on. We don't have time for this. Damn right. I'm dead weight, and you four will never make it if you're dragging me along. Get Simon and Sophie to Gamma Station. Now. Jane! Let me be of use again, Leo. Go. Jane, don't! Come on, Simon. Don't do this! Perfect organism, yeah? The ultimate survivor. Mother's plan. I don't care if you are all those things. You won't take my flock away. You won't take my... Jane Callan, you haven't aged a day. Gregory, is that you? Sorry to interrupt your blaze of glory. Let's get you all inside, all right? Gregory, 4 of my people are still out there. They're running for... I saw them. We'll pick them up as soon as you get your ass in the truck. I imagine we've got a lot to catch up on. Simon mentioned a while back that you'd gotten sick, Jane. I'm real sorry. You still handle that bow like you did back home, though. Well, you won't see me dancing like I did back then. Looks like the monsters came for you, too. Yeah, but a second ship landed not too long after the first, with UA colonial troops. We were real lucky. Doesn't look like you were that lucky. We lost some people. The soldiers saved us from the worst of it. We'll rebuild by Mother's grace. If most of y'all made it, then where is everybody? Once the monsters cleared out, the troops shuttled everybody up to their cruiser in orbit. They're waiting for us there. I hung back in case we found any survivors. Are there any others that might be coming? Nobody's coming. We're all that's left. Let's get you folks cleaned up and on a shuttle. The others will be glad to know you're safe. It's a miracle y'all made it all the way here. Another one of Mother's miracles. As the lost put their trust in things that they themselves have made, you will know your brothers and sisters as they who trust in me. Yeah. Jane, where's Ambrose? Don't tell me he... No, he didn't make it, Gregory. Oh, I'm real sorry to hear that. I always thought a lot of Ambrose. Even when we first met, he loved the scripture like none I've ever saw. I remember this one time back home. Ambrose found an old covered well that we didn't know was there. He didn't tell anybody about it, though. And the next day, he got Alyssa and me to... Ow! What the... Don't move! Jane, what the hell? Why would you do that? That passage you just quoted was one of Ambrose's favorites. He used to say it just that way. Funny thing, though, it's not written that way in the Book of Stephen. It was a copyist's mistake in the very first printing. I never heard anyone but Ambrose say it that way. It felt rude to mention it, so I never did. Guess I never gave it too much thought. But now that I've had time to reflect on it, now that we know that Ambrose was a Weyland-Yutani synthetic, I imagine the company must have uploaded all their spinner files into Ambrose's head before that mistake got fixed. And Ambrose wasn't getting his updates out here, was he? I guess what I'm saying, Gregory, is this. Show us your arm. If you bleed red like the rest of us, I promise, you'll get my sincerest apology. No! Bowie! You son of a bitch! Get their weapons. Jesus, Gregory, you were friends with these spinner freaks? They're practically feral. Look at this. They're collecting fucking synth trophies. Are they actual cavemen? This is what we expect of them. I lived with them for decades. This is who they are. They're animals. And when animals outlive their usefulness, what do you do with them? Where are they, Gregory? What did you do with all the people who trusted you all these years? Spare me, Jane. Let's get this done. Some of them were with you for 30 years. They were your family. All organics say the same thing when you know your time is up. You know that? It's embarrassing. I don't know why you all have to take it so personally. No hard feelings, Jane. You just got caught in the middle. I mean, you really should have known better. But aside from being ignorant morons, it's not your fault. The UA wanted to test the company, see how far they could push us. But not on Earth, where everybody could see. They thought they'd test us out here, the farthest backwater from anywhere, using you guys, who nobody gives two shits about. If their terraforming operation worked out, they'd win big time. If it didn't, or if the company squashed the whole thing, who's to care? Both sides could pretend like nothing happened, and it's back to business as usual. Sorry, y'all. I know it smells like shit and death in there. But you did ask where the others had gone. It's a reunion, see? All the spinners of Gamma Station, the last survivors of Alpha Station, and even the next generations come to crash the party. No. No. I won't be food for these things. Kill me. Jane, kill me. Before it's too late here, Jane, I want to thank all of you. The company's grateful to the UA for this excuse to use their little bioweapon. They don't dare set it loose on Earth. There's no containing it. Not anywhere. Euradice is the best field test they could have asked for. I'll kill you, Gregory! Divine Mother, I know I haven't been in habit of praying of late. I'll kill you! And And this might be an unworthy thing to ask for, but as it's my last prayer ever, I hope you listen. All I ask for in this world is that you help me keep the last of my flock alive. And that you help me kill the sons of bitches who did this to us. And by their swords, ablaze with Mother's righteous word. Is that my own voice I hear praying? We're the martyrs redeemed. Why am I still praying? After every other prayer went unanswered, after every indignity, every betrayal by the ones I trusted most? Is it habit? Desperation? Fear of death? But as I hear myself speaking words I no longer believe in, I see the alien reaching not for me, but for the others, and I realize how I've survived them so many times. Find something to fight with! The disease that's killing me, that's trapping me inside my own body. What are we? There's nothing to... anything! They can sense it somehow. I'm unfit. Hurry! And suddenly my worst fear becomes my superpower. I think of all the times Ambrose lectured me about Mother's will. Simon, help me! Reminding me that every little fortune and misfortune is for some greater purpose. Come on! I don't know if I ever believed that, but I'm sure as hell overdue for a win. Ah! It's bleeding. It's bleeding through the floor. Look out! Oh my god, Jane. Your leg's useless, Leo. I don't feel a thing. Help me pull another pipe, quick. That thing's blood burns right through the floor. We know what we need to do then. We need to make them bleed. I'm guessing you're the synth? Have you found hosts for the arthropod hybrids yet? Yes, Dr. Palmer. The embryos should all be implanted by now. What do you mean should? Are they or aren't they? The station isn't a lab, Doctor. We can't see their vitals. There's no imaging. We don't even have video in the room. But they've definitely been in there long enough. Fine, lead the way.
We don't have to worry about aliens inside the facility, do we? Building secure?
Building secure. But I wouldn't go outside if I were you. Humanoid xenomorphs followed some stragglers from Alpha Station.
If those things are outside, then we are not secure, idiot. Let's grab what we came for and get the hell out before those monsters get in.
Any word on how the UA is reacting to this move by the company? Euradice was a big investment for them.
The UA won't do shit. At least not publicly. Nobody back home cares about a rock on the outer rim. Much less a few hundred spinners.
Does corporate plan to move into Euradice themselves, or...?
Look, this Pinocchio thinking he's a real boy bit, real cute and all, but I'm done with it. You did what you were supposed to. You played hillbilly for a long time, and now all your hillbilly buddies are dead or implanted. Good robot. Now give us their bodies so we can get the hell off this rock.
Sure. Guns up, everybody. The hosts are right through. Here.
We've got a breach. There are aliens loose inside the compound. Aliens inside the compound. Where the hell are you going?
The lower levels, obviously. You go and find the aliens you're so afraid of. And I'll find the ones who really matter. Jane, I promise you, you're not making it out of here. Ambrose told me all about this disease that's shutting you down. I was surprised you made it this long. Are you still on your feet right now? Or are you crawling on all fours? I don't know how the hell you survived those things, but... Oh, you bitch. Sergeant Major, get your team out of the building. They've let a big one inside.
Team 2, we're escorting Dr. Palmer and his team back to the ship until the facility is secured. Clear the top 2 floors and wait for us in the north stairwell. Over. Team 2, do you copy? Team 2, sound off if...
Oh no. The power, oh god, they're inside. Keep it together, everybody. Mount lights. We're in the vehicle bay, 80 meters to the stairwell. We're gonna be fine.
We'll get the docs back to the ship, regroup, and it's all gonna be...
Light it up! Oh god!
Dr. Palmer. Sergeant Major Radinsky? Can anyone hear me?
Somebody answer, damn you! Hello, Gregory. Leave it, or we'll shoot the other one off too. How'd you do it, Jane? How'd you survive these things? Turns out the aliens don't like this disease that's killing me any better than I do. Huh. Lucky for you, I guess. Yeah, we've all felt real lucky of late. We heard a ship touch down earlier. Take us to it. What do you think you're gonna do with a Weyland-Yutani defense spacecraft? You shit-kickers can barely drive. I worked for the company before I was a spinner. I can fly this thing just fine. Even if that's true, the company will never let you go. When they find out who's on board, they'll blow you out of the sky. You should be worrying about yourself right now, Gregory. Anything you want to say first? I think you're the one with something to say, Jane. You're right. Did the company create the church? Was it all just a giant con? Part of me really wants to tell you the answer to that, Jane, but I know how much that question's been eating you. So I think I'll keep you in suspense. You've been in hell, Gregory. I hope it's as welcoming to your kind as it is ours. Can you really fly this thing, Leo? Sort of. It's pretty different from the one-seater I practiced on. Once I get Ambrose talking to the autopilot, we should be okay. You doing okay, Simon? I guess I didn't think we'd make it. I didn't think she would. I don't know what she saw down in that mine, but the things I saw. Do you think she's really Sophie? I don't know, Simon, but you went in that mine when none of us would have. No matter who she is, she's alive because of you. That's a powerful thing. Okay, everybody, strap in. I'm taking us up. I don't know if anybody's still in a praying mood, but if you are, now's the time.
Stop! Wait! Don't leave us here!
What do you want to do, Jay? All the forgiveness has been bled right out of me, Leo. Let's go home. That's it, then. Paradise we gave up everything for is gone.
It's what it was always meant to be, Jane. It was never meant for us. It's a paradise for mother's true children. They have their Garden of Adeline, their mines of Judah, their endless bounty, everything they could ever need. I'm just sorry you won't be here to see your legacy realized.
That's real thoughtful of you, Ambrose. But my legacy's just fine.
That's so. We all do Mother's will with every thought and act, and she still has a plan for each of you. I'm certain she still has great plans in store for you, Jane. I've always known you were special.
Sir, we're getting an urgent readout from the military personnel carrier on the Euradice mission. It says that UA assets have taken control of the ship and that it's en route back to Earth.
That's inconvenient. Who's sending the readout?
It's unclear, sir. It's still coming in. One of the assets has a rare disease that makes her unfit for implantation. Organism would not engage. Is that possible?
Well, now, that is interesting. Whoever this asset is, that certainly makes her worth a second look.
Hey guys, this series has been an absolute pleasure for me. I was reading the story along with you guys. I did not read ahead. And I gotta say, I'm really into this story arc. I'm kind of anxious to see how it all goes together. I've looked into this. The next thing we're looking forward to from the Marvel Alien comic series will be an annual. And what I'm gathering from this is it is literally going to go back in Gabriel's life and cover his mission that got him involved in this whole scenario in the first place. And I'm actually really excited to read that through. I appreciate you guys enjoying these videos and enjoying my work. It'll probably be a little while till anything comes back out from me anyway on this channel from Marvel Aliens comic series. I will keep you informed the best I can. Thank you guys. It's been a pleasure.